Alright, so this is how to build the Dyson sphere, or plan the Dyson sphere, the design, once you reach the stage where you can start building it. What you're going to do is go to your Dyson sphere menu, or press Y, or you click down here, and it will bring you to this menu. You're going to go to Dyson shell, the layer. You can add a new layer and customize it how you want. I just use the default one. When you first start out, you're only going to have access to the equator of the sphere, which is like the center belt here. And what you can do along the belt is you can basically use these tools to build the frames around the belt. Now, as you go to your research and you have the Dyson sphere stress systems, it adds a 15-degree build area to your sphere. So if you look, I researched it a few times. This is 15 degrees, this large grid right here. And then I need to research it, looks like 2 or 3 more times to get access to the rest here. But at the beginning, you only have access to the equator, and you can build these belts. Now down here, these tools, these grid lines are basically just like an overlay that helps you kind of visualize how far you're going and plan it out. And then basically over here is the main tools. So if you look at this grid right here, you'll see a few different things. One is these nodes, and these are basically like corner points or endpoints. And then you'll see this frame that goes between them. And then the last part is like this area inside. So when you're planning your shell design, you can either click on the node placement, which is this little plus symbol here, and you can place them down. And then connect them with these lines here. And then basically your little ships will come in and start building as long as you have them set to resources. You don't necessarily have to place the nodes ahead of time. You can just use the line builder and then just like connect, build it kind of like you build belts. And then basically once you have a fully enclosed area planned, you'll use this last one here to basically signify you wanted to start delivering sales. So if you look, let's see, this one's being filled already. This one I didn't fill yet. So if I click this and then click inside here, see, it highlights the area that you want to build, and then it will color it green like this. Here, actually, I can show you here. Click here, and then see how that turned green. Now it's set to have sales delivered. So when your guns shoot those little satellite receiver things, they'll drift into the node points and fill into the areas that are close to that point. So right now I think this one is probably going to build a little area like this, and then when you click on it, it tells you how many sales you need for this section, and then how many are currently in there. And then if you click on the frame or the node, it tells you how many frame pieces you're going to need to complete this section. So I think the frames, they kind of build halfway. So this one here will build to here and probably to here. So to build that much, it needs 110 of those little rocket chips to come out, and they'll come out and they'll dock with the frame piece. And then basically as you research that 15-degree mark, you'll get more and more build space. So you may want to plan ahead and, you know, build it from there. And then once that's set, you'll have your little guns, and you can shoot these things into orbit, and they'll deliver the sails to the solar part. And then you'll have to build these think they're launch silos, vertical launching silos, and insert these small carriers, and they'll build the frames. You can see them launch up. There's my son. And they'll launch and they'll fly over to the different frame parts. There you go. There's one inserting right there. And then they'll build the frame, you know, as they land piece by piece. And I think that's the majority of it. The only thing I'm not quite sure of is the difference between these two things. As far as I know, that they do the same thing. I think one may be like a curved, and one might be a straight line as far as going around the radius, but they pretty much do the same thing. Maybe it's just like one makes a straight, like a bar, and the other one's arced along the curvature of the sphere. I think that's all I know about those spheres.